Hello farmers, and welcome back to the channel. This is a place for agricultural business owners looking for ways to make profit from their agricultural business and also thinking of starting up an agribusiness. So if you've been following this series of mistakes, you should know what this video is all about. This video is all about the mistakes I made in agribusiness. So I promise that this video will be in series, and today's topic in the series is the mistake I made in agribusiness. When we talk about agribusiness, like I do say, agribusiness is the business aspect of any agriculture that you are into. But most people tend to misunderstand agriculture. They think farming is only agriculture. Farming is a branch in agriculture. So let's dive in. If you've not seen the other videos, make sure you check it out. The mistakes people make in palm oil storage business and the mistake people make in maize storage business. So make sure you check out that video, then you come and see this one. Okay, now I want to talk about the mistake I personally made in palm oil storage business. See, when it comes to palm oil storage business, I read online about palm oil storage business sometime in, I think, 2016. That was when I read about palm oil storage business, how profitable it was and everything. But before 2016, as of 2014, 2013, people that stored palm oil at that period of time, they made money. It was huge, and that was because palm kernel didn't fruit for a certain period of time, and when it started fruiting and people started harvesting, it was expensive. You know, when there is demand and there's low supply, the price tends to increase. So that was what happened between 2013, 2014, 2015. So in 2016, after seeing that this particular commodity is profitable, I read online, made all my research, Google search. I decided to go into it, and then I had big funds. Do you understand? I had huge funds, so I just pumped all my money into it. Mistake number one that I made. And that's why when I'm talking about agribusiness, I tell you to start small. So I pumped all my money into getting the palm oil. I got the palm oil. Online reading, internet will tell you store this way, store this way. Nobody's talking about how to identify cooked oil. See, hey, all my money, Jonah, all my money got burnt. Now, the first mistake I made was I could not identify a good oil. Yes, I thought it was you can store any type of oil. No, when it comes to palm oil storage business, you cannot store any kind of oil. There are specific oil that is cooked in a specific way for storage. I didn't understand that. I thought, because nobody was actually writing that online, so I thought, okay, let me just buy it. I think then I stored like 10 gallons, and I got the 10 gallons for 9,000 naira. I got each gallon for 9,000 naira. So I got 10 gallons. I think that should be like 90,000 naira as of then. See, another mistake I made was when I was storing, I placed it on the plank, but I didn't know that you shouldn't let it touch the wall. So I made it touch the wall. Aside the fact that I got a bad oil, I didn't store properly. Now, what happened when I wanted to sell? You guessed right. Every single thing spoiled. You might look at it that 90,000 naira is a small money. Oh, that's very small money. As of then, as of 2016, imagine you losing 90,000 naira because one, you didn't do proper research. Two, I didn't have someone that could guide me at that period of time, so I lost money. And that's when I'm talking about palm oil storage business. Those things that they don't tell you when you read online is what I'll let you know. Get properly cooked oil. You don't get palm oil for storage in just any type of meal. No, the cooking hour for palm oil for storage is always longer than normal palm oil that you see. Do you understand? So take note, for those that made mistake this year when it comes to storage, go to mills that produce palm oil for storage, and don't look at a commodity because it is cheap, then you just buy full. No, okay, do your proper research. Okay, so that was the first mistake I made in palm oil, and that was, I think, the first money I lost when it comes to agribusiness. I didn't understand, and then I was still working. I wasn't doing like full time. Do you understand? So I could not really go to places. I couldn't do the thorough market research. I didn't like know people that would tell me. Even though when I went to get, I told the people that it's for storage, but you know, people cannot tell you. Everybody wants to sell. So that was another mistake that I made. Okay, talking about mistakes, let's talk about the market aspect of the palm oil. How were you able to sell your palm oil as a newbie? How was I able to sell my palm oil then as a newbie? It was very difficult for me. like I said, I was working. I couldn't leave my job to start selling palm oil. Do you understand? So I called different people. I want to sell my palm oil. As of then, I didn't know the palm oil has spoiled, so I didn't know. Also, before I forget, when I was saying take your gallon to the mill and make sure they turn it, 4 of my palm oil out of the 10 gallon I got, 4 had water at the base, at the bottom. 4 of them had water. So that was where I got the experience of you taking your gallon to the mill. So out of the 10 gallons, only 3 were good. The rest were bad. So I was able to sell the 3. I sold it at a very stupid price. 1, because I didn't do my thorough market research. 2, I didn't go out to explore other market opportunities. Now, talking about other market opportunities, if a particular commodity is being sold for 1,000 naira in your location, and you know that if you take this commodity with your transportation and the rest, you can sell it for 3,000 naira and you make extra like 1.5 profit, why don't you take it to that market? The issue I'm seeing here is people don't want to leave their comfort zone when it comes to marketing. I was speaking with someone recently and I was telling the person, when it comes to marketing, I don't focus on one market. I go to different markets and sell. The amount I need will determine the market I sell to. You should do that as well. So when I say do your market research, I'm not just saying do it in one location, okay? That was another mistake that I made. I was just focusing on the current market, and the current market there wasn't favoring me. So the palm oil I got for 9,000 naira, I was selling it for 6,500. Do you understand? But meanwhile, in another market, that palm oil that I got for 9,000, I was going for 15,000 naira. Do you understand? If I added my transportation and the rest, there's no, let's say I spend 12,000 naira total plus the oil, and I'm getting 3,000 naira. That's if I had taken it to the other market. But because I was blindfolded, I'm comfortable with this market. That's why I'm selling to that market. So once it comes to market research, do not focus on just one market. Explore other markets, okay? What you're after is how to make your profit. You cannot just be lazying about by making 100 naira profit. If you know that this market you make 500 naira gain, take it there and leave the one that you make 15 naira profit. Do you understand? So that is another mistake that I made. I didn't do market research in different locations. Okay, I hope you are taking note of the mistakes I made so that you too, you will not make that mistake. This does not only apply to agribusiness, it applies to different aspects of agriculture. If you are in the techie aspect, the farming aspect, the processing aspect, have a target market that will give you your profit. Don't just sell to every market, okay? I remember when I was doing rabbits, packaging my rabbit meat, I knew that every single person wasn't my customer. Do you understand? I knew my customer. I had people that were pricing the rabbit meat for 2,000, 2,500. I won't sell. This is the price. I checked my cost of production. I added my profit, and this is the price I am selling to. The minute you start taking agriculture as a business, you start calculating as a business person. But if you're just doing it as a part-time work, you will not make profit. But at the end of the day, you are spending money. Okay, so these are the things you need to know, and these were the mistakes I made in agribusiness. All right, another mistake I made in agribusiness was in yam, but I would say that one was in the farming aspect. In yam, yes, I cultivated yam as of, I think, ending of 2016. I cultivated yam. Now when it comes to yam farming, maybe I'm going to do a video on yam farming, but this was the mistake I made. I couldn't differentiate between seedling, the seed yam, and the yam for tuber. That was the problem. If you are into yam farming, you understand what I'm talking about. We have seed yam that they plant to produce seed yam, and we have seed yam that is planted for tubers. Okay, so I didn't understand that. I just got a seed yam, I cut it the normal way and planted, only for me to be expecting tuber and to get seed yam. Do you understand? So knowledge is key. Assuming I have asked the right questions. Actually, I asked questions, but I think the people that I asked didn't want to like share the secret. And anyway, so that was another mistake I made. I couldn't differentiate between the normal seed yam from the tuber yam. I got the seed yam, cut it and planted, thinking I was going to get tubers, only to get seed yam. See, I was already calculating millions on my head, only to harvest, and I was harvesting yam sets. It was that bad. So you need to understand the seed. I think that should be the key. If you are planting anything, you need to have a knowledge about that thing. You need to have a proper knowledge. of that thing. In my last video when I was talking about the 5 red flags in agribusiness, if you've not seen that video, make sure you check it out. I talked about you having the proper knowledge. As if I had the proper knowledge when it comes to cultivation of yam, I think I wouldn't have made that mistake. I got the yam set for 40,000 naira. I think it was 400 pieces or so. Yes, I got it for 100 pieces. I think it was 400 pieces. I got it for 40,000 naira. I got like 4 bags. Yes, I wanted to cultivate on a large scale. I wanted to harvest big tubers of yam, only for me to harvest yam set again. And I couldn't sell it at the rate I bought it because the time I harvested, people have finished planting. It wasn't planting season when you could sell. People have finished planting. So something I got for 40,000 naira, I end up selling it for 20,000 naira. See, I've lost money. I have lost money. So it's important you have proper knowledge of anything you want to go into, and it's important to do market research. I keep saying market research because it is important. Market research is the key. Market research is what will determine if you will make money or not. Okay, so this is the first video in this series. If you got value, let me know what you got from this video. Let me also know the mistakes you also have made when it comes to agribusiness and agriculture in the comment section. If you laugh at my mistake, you see what I'll do to you. Alright, if you got value, smash the like button, smash the subscribe button, and I'm going to see you in my next video. In my next video, I'm going to tell you why I regretted quitting my job to start an agribusiness or agriculture, to go into farming. See, I regret quitting my job. As of then, I'm not going to say as of now, because as of now, that's the best decision ever that I've ever made. But as of then, what I'll just say is, do not quit your job to start farming without testing waters. So make sure you watch out for that video when it drops. See you in the next video.